Where is the opportunity right now that you think for real estate investors?
I see a substantial opportunity for investors to acquire foreclosure properties with or without equity. That's where our market is moving. A lot of people have lost their jobs, had a major decrease in income, and almost always, the first casualty of that is a very expensive asset, and the most expensive asset that most of us, have acquired was real estate, our home, and so it's always the first to go. Well, not always, but in most cases, it's the first to go when they have to, shift gears and cut their losses. So a lot of times, they have to leave the property, whether it be foreclosure or whether they have the opportunity to sell that asset, and move on to something that's more affordable for them.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Two questions that come to me that I'm thinking about right now. How do you find these foreclosures?
Market for them, just like people are advertising. We see bandit signs on every corner, at the red light, at the stop sign. We buy houses cash, and I show people how to buy houses without cash, without financing, and with minimal money out of their pocket.
Okay, can you talk about that? We love to learn how, because we're a bank, we're a lender. So, what's your secret sauce on that strategy?
Well, my approach is to take over those note payments, and structure that deal in a way to where everything stays in place, and it provides excellent opportunity for the homeowner to leave that property, with a blessing, not on bad terms, and also it gives another homeowner the opportunity to experience home ownership without going through the qualifying process. And so the value that I add is by orchestrating that deal and structuring it in a way that all parties are protected for the long term. Yeah.
So I like what you're doing. It sounds like it's a good business model. Can you give us an example, like of a deal that you've done recently? How you maybe help somebody that was in foreclosure get out, maybe how you help an investor. Because it sounds like it's a win-win situation for everybody.
It definitely is. It's definitely a win-win-win. And those three parties would be the seller, the buyer, as well as the investor in the middle. A real situation is a house that I just sold in Rosenberg, Texas, which is a suburb to Houston and Sugar Land. It was a couple that got a divorce, and they had just bought their house together in 2017, and so they bought the property for $340,000, and they put down $20,000. Because of their good credit, they had a great interest rate of 3.5%. And so they had paid their remaining balance down to about, I think it was like $312,000. And so it was about $8,000 worth of equity. Well, I'm sorry, $28,000 worth of equity. And so I was contacted to buy their home, and I did. I caught up their mortgage payments, their back payments, and then I offered that property to a lady with 2 kids. She was a single mother, and she didn't have great credit, but she's self-employed, so she had the income. She can afford the monthly note, and she had also been saving, for a little while. And so I gave her that property for roughly about $23,000. And what that did is, I recouped my investment, and made a little bit of profit. And she took over that note. And so she has a monthly note of a little bit over $2,000. And she got into a $340,000 home with no credit check for $23,000. And she has a great interest rate. Yeah. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's a real deal. I mean, I do those on a daily basis. I have some right now, so it's definitely realistic. But even if a potential buyer had good credit, if they went the conventional route, the traditional route, you go to your bank and say, I want to buy this home for $340,000 with the best credit, they're still going to want a 20% down payment from the contract price. So, 20% of $34,000 is $68,000. This is with great credit. And so this lady was able to buy a home without a credit check for $23,000 down. And she got an excellent interest rate of 3.5%. This is a beautiful business model. Okay. No one loses in a situation like that. And I take it a step further. Okay. Because, it's about security for me as well as my clients. I structured that deal in a way that that note will never go delinquent again, period. Okay. And I gave her protection, the new buyer, because she has a vested interest in it. It's documented. It is written that that she's buying this property, and that when she completes the payment, she will have full ownership of it. Okay, and what's important about that is because you have different mortgages, you have different types of mortgages, and not all of them give you the ownership. It's not written in the beginning up front, the terms of how that property will be conveyed. It's just, you're kind of gambling. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. You're going to pay your monthly note every month. And, it's kind of like, you're trusting someone, you're putting your fate in someone else's hands. Well, I don't do that. I structured it in a way that you have security, and that previous homeowner, they're definitely happy and assured, that it's going to be paid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. And it sounds like it's a good business model. And then how Cedric, how can people, like, if they want to, I don't know if you have a class or they can get in touch with you. We deal with a lot of investors. How can they reach you? Get a hold of you?
Yes. Yes, they can definitely get in contact with me. My website is under construction now, and the only reason that I say it's still it's under construction. I have been in the business for 23 years, and I have not marketed my business, until just recently, because I'm going after these so aggressively. But I've gotten most of my business by word of mouth, just happy clients, people that got exactly what they needed from my services. So the website is not up, but they can definitely email me. I'll give you my name. My email address as well as my number. And they can definitely contact me. I'll be more than willing to do what I can to help someone. And something else I'll say about that, I've been doing it a long time, made a lot of money, but I've structured my business in a way now that I help people. I can't just leave the situation. I can't just leave the closing table with a check. That's not enough for me. That doesn't do anything about my spirituality, and I want to complement that every opportunity that I get. And so I do that by helping as many new investors and potential homeowners as I can. So, so my vested interest, is being an asset and not a liability, and adding value to every situation and everyone that I come in contact with.
I like that, Cedric. So what number, how can investors, what number can they call you at?
They can call me at 346-373-0236. And my email address is RETYCOON100@gmail.com.
Awesome. I really appreciate you, coming on the show today and adding this value. We'll get this produced and send that out to everybody, and I'll make sure that all of our investors reach out to you. And we'll send you a copy of this as well.
Thank you. I look forward to it. I truly appreciate you having me on your show.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And and I look forward to us helping as many people as we can together.
I like it. Please take care. Be safe out there from Hurricane Laura.
Oh yeah, I'm staying out the way. I just went and got my flashlights.
Yeah, you take care and be safe. Thank you, Cedric, for being on the show today. All right. Take care.
No problem.
All right. Bye-bye.
Pleasure was all mine. Bye-bye.